The new era in AI is coming. After the shakeup in OpenAI, it has been revealed that it actually made the progress in developing artificial general intelligence. AGI is a type of artificial intelligence which is capable to actually perform on the level of human brain or even outperform it. It will have the ability to learn, adapt, and execute different types of tasks. It will have creativity, critical thinking, and it will be able to make decisions on its own. We're no longer talking about the chatbots like GPT-3 or GPT-4. We're talking about an amazing computerized brain that will be able to actually take on much more tasks from humans, and it will be able to perform on a much better level of intelligence. Because it's so versatile and adaptable across so many domains, it will take much more responsibility than simple text shuffling. In a recent TED Talk by chief scientist of OpenAI, it has been revealed that AGI is coming here much sooner than it was anticipated, and it actually is gonna benefit the world in so many ways. In that TED Talk, the example of how AGI is gonna revolutionize the healthcare was brought up. So basically, AGI is gonna be trained on billions of hours of medical data and will be able to give out precise treatments. But if AGI is actually gonna be performing on that level, it has to be right 100% all the time, because otherwise it's gonna break the most important law of robotics and AI, which is not harming people. But it's literally mind-blowing to even think how AGI is gonna impact our world even beyond the way AI has already did. So it's gonna replace people at even much more intellectual level. Well, obviously it cannot replace all of us. I still believe it's gonna be kind of a tool to help us do our job better, but still it will take a lot of jobs away from people. And that means some kind of a universal basic income is going to be introduced to deal with the growing unemployment. But of course, before that massive adoption of AGI on that scale, it has to be regulated properly, it has to be trained properly, it cannot hallucinate anymore, it has to be safeguarded properly. But still, it's gonna be a new wave of AI revolution. So that kind of AGI is still being developed in OpenAI. It's called Q-Star. You can look it up on the internet by yourself. But it's interesting to think that GPT-4 is already kind of the first step to AGI and already mimics some of its behavior. And OpenAI is no longer the only player in the AI field right now. Because look, Google just released their Gemini AI, which is kind of a new model that doesn't just output you text or learn from text. It can actually work with sound, video, and images. But I believe it's going to be an amazing tool to actually take the inputs from different domains and actually analyze the data on a much broader scale, because it's no longer text anymore. It can be sound, videos, images, and all that stuff. And I believe it's going to be an amazing analytics tool, but I don't think it's going to be sort of an assistant for us like as ChatGPT was. But still, the video they just released, their Gemini model was helping with the homework and was analyzing different data, and that is all really cool. Google DeepMind CEO says that it actually over time is going to develop more senses and going to take the inputs from even things like touch or other senses. Okay, but what about AI startups that are already out there? Oh, they're screwed. It's not even smart for those AI startups to compete with these kind of giants like Amazon, Google, or OpenAI, because they got all the money. They will develop better tools, way better tools than them. But in terms of Work AI, which is our company, we are kind of an indirect competitor. If OpenAI progresses or makes some kind of improvement, then we benefit from them too, because we are not trying to compete with OpenAI. We have our own tools that kind of augment OpenAI's ChatGPT. So we're not simply just wrapping it, but we're using it to develop other tools. And that's what we primarily sell. But if those AI startups still are gonna keep wrapping those kind of models, they're just gonna get screwed, because you can't compete with that. And OpenAI has already destroyed thousands of startups and it's gonna just continue doing that. So if you have an AI startup, or even worse, a ChatGPT wrapper, then you gotta take that into account. The Gemini is gonna be more of an analytics tool. It's not gonna be kind of a perfect tool for everyday person, but kind of a for a specific audience, one time a week or something like that, absolutely. But AGI is going to be here soon, so it's really important to think how it's going to impact each market, how it's going to impact your market. I've said that before, just try to understand how AI is gonna help you grow so that you don't end up on the other side of the fence. Yeah, but the future that we're gonna be living in is gonna be, I believe, mostly positive because of AI and AGI, as long as it's regulated. And I don't just mean if AI goes rogue, I mean AI has to be regulated in terms of ethics, in terms of, for example, copyright infringement, and in terms of what kind of outputs it can produce and whether are they reliable or they're not, because we live in a world where information is the most important thing. It's important to distinguish what's biased, what's not biased, what you can trust, and those kind of systems absolutely have to be regulated and safeguarded, and you have to use them ethically.